Resilience is the very essence of survival, the strength that allows us to rise after every fall, to keep moving forward despite the weight of our burdens. It is not the absence of difficulty or pain, but the ability to persevere through them, to transform hardship into fuel for our growth. In moments of adversity, when everything feels overwhelming and the road ahead seems impossible to traverse, resilience is the force that whispers within, urging us to press on. Adversity is an inevitable part of life, and it comes in many forms. It can be personal, professional, emotional, or even physical. Sometimes it feels like life is testing us, pushing us to the edge, asking if we are strong enough to withstand its blows. It could be a financial crisis that leaves us with more bills than we can count, or a personal loss that cuts deeper than we could ever imagine. It might be the failure of a dream, a betrayal of a loved one, or an illness that challenges our physical and mental strength. Adversity has a way of showing up when we least expect it, and it often strikes when we feel the most vulnerable. But it is in these moments of struggle that the true nature of our resilience is revealed. It is easy to be strong when everything is going well, when the sun is shining and the path is clear. But resilience doesn't show up in the absence of challenges. It shows up when everything around us seems to be falling apart. Resilience is the quiet strength that refuses to accept defeat, the inner resolve that refuses to let adversity have the final say. It is important to remember that resilience is not about being unaffected by challenges. Rather, it is about acknowledging the pain, the disappointment, and the difficulty, and then choosing to rise above it. Resilience is the decision to keep moving forward, even when the weight of the world feels unbearable. It is about getting back up every time life knocks us down, even when it feels easier to stay down. One of the most powerful aspects of resilience is its ability to transform adversity into something positive. Every challenge we face holds the potential to shape us into a stronger, wiser, and more compassionate person. The trials we go through are not just obstacles, they are opportunities for growth. It is through our struggles that we learn our true strength, that we discover the depths of our courage and the breadth of our perseverance. What would we be without the trials that tested us? What would we learn if we were never pushed to our limits? Resilience allows us to turn those moments of suffering into stepping stones toward a greater version of ourselves. As we navigate the storms of life, it is important to remember that resilience is not a trait we are born with. It is something we cultivate like a muscle. Resilience grows stronger the more we exercise it. The more we face adversity, the more we learn how to bounce back, to adapt, and to move forward. So when life throws its hardest punches, remember that within you lies a resilience that can never be extinguished. The fire inside you will keep burning, no matter how harsh the winds of adversity blow. And with every setback, you will rise higher than before. Purpose is the anchor that holds us steady when the storms of life try to knock us off course. It is that inner drive that sustains us even when the world around us seems uncertain or hostile. When we are connected to our purpose, we have a deeper sense of direction and meaning, which makes the difficulties we face more manageable. Life, as unpredictable as it is, can be both exhilarating and exhausting, but purpose gives us a reason to keep going, a reason to persevere when things are difficult. In times of struggle, it's easy to lose sight of what really matters. The pressures of life can cloud our vision, making us question our choices, our direction, and even our value. The questions we ask ourselves, why am I doing this, or what's the point, can become overwhelming, leaving us uncertain of how to move forward. But in those moments of doubt, it's our purpose that can restore clarity. Purpose serves as a reminder that our journey is not meaningless, that every challenge we face is part of something greater than ourselves. When you know your purpose, you become impervious to distractions and setbacks. It is this purpose that will give you the strength to push through obstacles. It gives you the resilience to keep climbing when the summit seems out of reach. It provides the motivation to rise after each fall, to try again after each failure. Purpose gives you the resolve to press on even when everything in you is screaming to quit. It keeps you grounded and focused like a compass that ensures you don't lose your way no matter how difficult the journey becomes. Purpose also has a transformative power. It shifts the way we view challenges. When we're connected to something larger than ourselves, difficulties aren't just roadblocks, they become opportunities for growth. Challenges become part of the process, steps along the path that lead us closer to the fulfillment of our purpose. The storms, the setbacks, the struggles, they all have meaning when viewed through the lens of purpose. Each trial becomes a lesson, and every setback becomes a chance to build greater strength and wisdom and faith. Living with purpose is about having a vision that transcends the present moment, that keeps your eyes fixed on something beyond immediate discomfort. It's about understanding that the struggle you face today is a part of a larger story, a story where your persistence will eventually lead you to the life you're meant to live. That vision sustains you during the darkest times, pushing you forward even when the road ahead seems unclear. Purpose can propel you into action when you're feeling stuck, renew your energy when you're weary, and give you hope when you're lost. Purpose also cultivates a sense of fulfillment. When we are aligned with our purpose, every effort, no matter how small, feels significant. It makes our work meaningful and our sacrifices worthwhile. The fire of purpose burns brighter the more we feed it with action, the more we align ourselves with the deeper calling we've been given. With purpose as our guide, we can endure the greatest hardships because we know that every moment of perseverance brings us one step closer to living the life we were meant to live. In short, purpose is the force that will carry you through life's toughest moments. It ensures that no matter what obstacles you face, you will keep moving forward, because you know that your journey is worth it. With purpose, the challenges become mere stepping stones, and the fire inside you never goes out. It burns brighter with each passing day, pushing you to achieve your highest potential. When you are driven by purpose, you can never be shaken, no matter how fierce the winds of life may blow. In the midst of life's hardest trials, when we feel like we've exhausted all of our resources, there is a strength that emerges from a place beyond our own capacity. This strength is not something we can summon with sheer willpower alone. It is a divine force that sustains us when we are most vulnerable, when we feel like we have nothing left to give. It is the divine strength that empowers us to keep moving forward even when we believe we have reached our limits, to rise up when the weight of the world seems too heavy to bear. This divine strength is often unseen, but it is always present, waiting to be accessed in moments of desperation. It doesn't come when everything is easy and calm, but when we are stretched, tested, and forced to confront the very limits of our endurance. At those times when our own strength falls short, this divine power is what enables us to do things we never thought possible. It is the miracle that happens when we take one more step, even though we feel we can't. When we press forward, even though every ounce of our being tells us to stop. What makes divine strength so powerful is that it doesn't rely on human understanding. It doesn't follow the laws of the natural world, and it doesn't adhere to the limitations of our physical bodies. It transcends the ordinary, and it is a force that works in and through us in ways we can't always explain. Often it arrives in moments of stillness, when we surrender our struggle and trust that something greater than ourselves is at work. When we stop trying to control every outcome and instead open ourselves to the possibility of divine intervention, that's when we start to tap into a well of strength that knows no bounds. This strength isn't always about overpowering our circumstances. It's about enduring through them with a quiet confidence that we are not alone. In those moments of divine strength, we may not see immediate solutions to our problems, but we experience a peace that surpasses understanding. It's the kind of peace that allows us to stand firm when everything around us is shaking, knowing that we have a source of strength that will never fail us. It empowers us to keep going when it seems like all hope is lost, to hold on to our faith even in the darkest of times. The divine strength also has a transformative power. It doesn't just help us to survive difficult circumstances, it helps us to grow through them. When we experience this strength, we are changed in ways we never expected. We become more resilient, more compassionate, and more aware of the depth of our potential. The challenges that once seemed insurmountable now appear as opportunities for growth, and we begin to see ourselves not as victims of our circumstances, but as conquerors empowered by the divine presence that dwells within us. Sometimes this divine strength can come through the people around us. A word of encouragement, an unexpected act of kindness, or the support of a loved one can remind us that we are not walking through life alone. These moments become conduits for divine strength, showing us that there is always someone or something ready to lift us up when we can no longer stand on our own. In the end, divine strength is not just a temporary source of energy. It's a wellspring of power that will never run dry. It is a reminder that we are not solely dependent on our own resources to face life's battles. With divine strength, we can withstand anything because it is not our strength we rely on, but the boundless eternal power that moves through us. This strength will carry us through our greatest struggles, and it will never leave us. When we tap into it, we find that we are capable of more than we ever thought possible, and the fire inside us burns brighter with every trial we overcome. Passion is the spark that fuels our dreams and drives our ambition. It is the powerful force that stirs our soul and propels us forward, even when the road ahead seems uncertain or difficult. Passion is what gives us the courage to pursue what others may deem impossible. And it is what pushes us to keep moving when the challenges feel overwhelming. When we ignite our passion, we connect with a deeper part of ourselves, and that connection makes all the difference in how we approach life's struggles. When passion is ignited, it doesn't just light a small flame, it sets our entire being ablaze. It is the fire that burns brightly within, providing the energy and enthusiasm needed to overcome obstacles and pursue our goals with unwavering determination. It is the source of our creativity, our persistence, and our ability to take bold risks in pursuit of our purpose. Passion, once ignited, refuses to be extinguished easily. It becomes an unquenchable desire that propels us to act, to move forward, and to give everything we have to the things that matter most. This inner fire is what makes life meaningful. It is what transforms work into purpose, challenges into opportunities, and obstacles into stepping stones towards success. Passion fuels the journey, not just the destination. It reminds us that the pursuit itself is just as important as the end result. It is the energy that keeps us going when things get tough, reminding us that every setback is temporary and that we are capable of achieving greatness if we continue to press forward. When we are passionate about something, it feels less like work and more like a calling. Our efforts are no longer driven by obligation, but by the deep satisfaction of doing what we love. This kind of passion doesn't rely on external validation or recognition. It is self-sustaining because it is rooted in our own internal sense of purpose. It empowers us to keep going, even when the world around us tells us to stop. Passion is what makes us willing to sacrifice, to push past fear and doubt, and to keep moving forward despite the obstacles in our path. Yet passion is not always easy to maintain. Life has a way of challenging our enthusiasm, and there will be times when we feel as if our passion is running dry. The initial excitement of a new endeavor can fade, and the challenges of pursuing our dreams can feel overwhelming. But this is where the true power of passion lies. It is not just about the high moments when everything seems to fall into place. Passion is what helps us persevere through the difficult seasons, to keep our vision clear even the road is foggy, and to reignite our fire when it feels like the flame has almost gone out. Reigniting passion requires us to reconnect with our purpose and to remember why we started in the first place. And when we are able to focus on the bigger picture, on the impact we want to make, we can tap back into the well of passion that originally sparked the original. It is in these moments that passion transforms from a fleeting feeling to a lasting source of energy, one that we can return to whenever we need it. Moreover, passion is contagious. When we live with passion, it inspires those around us to do the same. It sets an example for others to follow and encourages them to pursue their own dreams with the same intensity and dedication. Passion, when shared, creates a ripple effect that can spread far beyond our own lives. It brings people together, fostering a sense of community and shared purpose. In this way, igniting passion in ourselves not only transforms our own lives, but also has the power to uplift and inspire the world around us. In the end, passion is the heartbeat of everything we do. It is the fire that keeps us going when everything else says stop, the force that compels us to act, and the energy that powers us through life's greatest challenges. When we ignite our passion, we give ourselves the power to overcome anything, to achieve greatness, and to make a lasting impact in the world. The fire of passion will never go out unless we allow it to. So keep your flame burning bright and let you be the driving force behind everything you do. Time is one of the most powerful forces in life. It is relentless, moving forward regardless of our struggles or victories. The test of time reveals the true nature of our resilience, our strength, and our ability to endure. When we face trials, it is not just the immediate struggle that defines us, but how we withstand the passing of time as we navigate through these difficulties. Time tests our patience, our perseverance, and our commitment to our dreams, our values, and our purpose. In moments of adversity, we may find ourselves looking for quick fixes or immediate relief, desperate for an escape from the discomfort we dislike. But the test of time teaches us that growth doesn't always come instantly. True strength is not forged in moments of ease, but in moments that stretch over time, when we have to endure through difficult seasons, when we must wait for the fruits of our labor to appear. It is in these long, drawn-out moments that we discover the depths of our character and the resilience that has been quietly growing within us. The test of time requires us to stay the course, even when the results aren't immediately visible. It challenges us to keep moving forward with faith, even when progress feels slow or non-existent. And yet, it is during these long periods that the most significant changes often take place, changes that we may not even recognize until much later. Time reveals what we are made of. It shows us who we are when we feel broken, when we feel giving up, and when we are tempted to turn away from our goals. Patience becomes a crucial part of this test. Learning to wait, to remain steadfast, even when it feels like nothing is happening, is a powerful skill. It forces us to trust the process, to believe that progress is being made even in the absence of immediate results. The test of time doesn't always make sense in the moment, but when we look back, we often realize that the waiting, the enduring, the pushing through hardships were the very things that shaped us into the person we are today. Time is also a reminder that life is not just about moments of achievement or success, but about the journey itself. The process of enduring, learning, and growing is just as important, if not more so, than the destination we seek to reach. It is through this test of time that we learn to appreciate the depth of our experiences and the strength we develop along the way. It is time that turns a dream into reality, that transforms the fire of ambition into the strength of accomplishment. The test of time is not just a challenge, it is the crucible in which we are shaped, molded, and refined. Faith is a powerful force, one that has the capacity to move mountains and transform lives. It is the belief in something greater than ourselves, the trust in a higher purpose, even when we cannot see the path ahead. Unwavering faith is the bedrock upon which we build our resilience. It is the steadfast belief that no matter the circumstances, we are never truly alone, and that there is always a greater plan at work even in the midst of our struggles. In times of uncertainty, when the weight of our challenges feels too heavy to bear, faith becomes our anchor. It allows us to rise above fear, doubt, and discouragement. Faith is what gives us the strength to keep going when we don't have answers, to take the next step even the road is unclear. It is the assurance that despite the obstacles, there is something beyond our immediate understanding that is guiding us. This unwavering faith does not waver with the winds of adversity. Instead, it stands firm like a lighthouse that remains steady through the fiercest storms. Unwavering faith requires us to trust without seeing, to believe even when evidence seems scarce. It challenges us to hold on to hope in the face of setbacks and disappointments. It is easy to believe when things are going well, but true faith is forged in the fire of adversity. It is in those moments of doubt, when the world seems to be working against us, that faith becomes the most valuable asset we possess. Faith is not just about hoping for the best, it is about believing that no matter what happens, we are part of something bigger, and that our struggles are not in vain. Moreover, faith is a choice. It's not always something that comes naturally, especially when we are confronted with trials that test our very sense of hope. Faith is not passive. It requires us to actively choose to believe in something greater than ourselves, to make a decision each day to trust in the unseen, and to trot forward with confidence even when the path ahead. is unclear. In the face of doubt, faith is the force that enables us to take one more step, to press on when every part of us wants to give up. Unwavering faith also strengthens our sense of purpose. When we have faith in something beyond our current circumstances, we are able to see the bigger picture. It aligns our hearts with our vision, reminding us that our struggles are temporary and that we are being shaped for something greater. Faith gives us the courage to pursue our dreams, even when the journey seems too difficult, because we know that every step is leading us toward a greater purpose. When we hold fast to unwavering faith, we learn that we are capable of enduring the impossible. We discover a deep well of strength within ourselves that we might not have known existed. Faith is not just a belief, it is a force that empowers us, a source of endless resilience, and a reminder that even when the fire seems small, it can still burn bright enough to light the way.